Welcome to the Mindset Chick podcast. If you are looking to stop settling and want to gain the clarity and confidence to manifest the life and biz of your dreams, then this show is for you. I'm your host, Kristi Dear, sharing with you simple yet powerful and effective mindset tips that will allow you to attract more abundance, prosperity, and success into your life. So get ready, get excited, and let's go manifest some amazing things together. Welcome back to the Mindset Chick podcast. I am so happy to have you here. And today we are going to be talking about the power of prayer, why it's important, and how it can literally transform your life. You know, there's been a lot of uncertainty in the world lately. There's been a lot of change. Some fear, some anxiety, what's happening, what's going to happen. And, I feel that this is such a time in our lives where we need the power of prayer more than ever. To remember that we can always get still and quiet and just pray. Instead of getting caught up into the fear-based stories of what if this happened? What's that going to look like? What's going to happen to me? What's going to happen to my family? We can get connected to that pretty easily from a lot of things that are shown to us on a daily basis, but we can also choose what we want to focus on. We can also choose if we want to focus on what if that happens, what if this happens, and go down the fear-based path. Or if we can say, no, I am not going to accept this. With God, all things are possible. I believe that I can call on God to form a bubble around myself and my family, around my loved ones, around my friends. And I'm going to claim that I am blessed, I am healthy, I am wealthy, and nothing and no one can defeat me because God is my rock. I'm going to tune into the loving energy of the universe. I'm going to lead with love, and I'm going to lead with faith. I'm going to trust that God is going to have my back. I'm going to trust that the universe is going to have my back. I'm going to trust in the loving energy of the universe. And I'm going to call on that loving energy of the universe to protect myself, my family, and my loved ones right now. And honestly, you can pray for the world. It doesn't just have to be people you know. You could stop right now and just say a prayer. God, I'm calling on you to just send love to everybody in the world. Today, I want to be love. I want to see love. I want to spread love. And it can be as easy as that. Just stopping and saying, no, I will not accept this. I will not go down that path. I'm not going to be sucked into that energy. I'm going to guard my heart. I'm going to guard my energy. I'm going to guard my mind. And I'm going to set my sights on things above. Just like the scripture says, I'm going to set my heart on things above and trust in God and trust in the loving energy of the universe. I want to share a story with you about how a businessman and his wife prospered from the power of prayer. But before I do, let's start with our August mantra. Let's say it together. If you can get somewhere where you can close your eyes, that would be great. If not, that's okay. You can repeat after me. I am a powerful manifester. I can manifest whatever I desire. I choose to love and value myself. I choose to let go of any judgments towards myself or others. I choose to live in faith, not fear. I choose to believe that the universe is abundant and abundance is my birthright. I choose to expect the best out of this day and all my days moving forward. And so it is. I wanted to talk about prayer because sometimes we can get caught up in the doing, trying to manifest our desires or trying to do things alone. Or like I mentioned, even praying out of fear. Like fearful that something bad could happen, fearful that something could happen that you wouldn't expect. And so praying out of fear, like, oh my gosh, God, please help me, or please help this person, or please help this situation not to happen in my life. So you're praying out of fear. And as we talked about before on the Mindset Chick podcast, whatever you put out energetically, you get back. And you can catch up with those episodes on why energy is important in the first few episodes of the Mindset Chick podcast. We dive into that a little bit deeper. So if you're praying out of fear, if you're praying out of desperation, if you're praying out of anxious energy, you're praying in a sense for things that you don't want because you're putting that energy out. Having that mindset where you are saying no to the fear. No, I do not accept this. I do not accept this. The only thing I'm allowing into my life is abundance of health, wealth, and prosperity. No, I do not accept this. The only thing that I'm allowing into my life is an abundance of health, wealth, and prosperity. I am protected by God. I'm putting a bubble, loving energy of the universe around myself, my family, and I will not accept this. Is to get in that state of mind and then pray out of faith, pray from love, pray from a place of claiming it and believing it. And that's where the power comes into play. That's when miracles happen. You know, I heard this the other day and it said, prayer makes you irresistible to your good. If there is a stream of abundance always flowing to us, but it's just us, we have to tap into it. We have to believe that it's possible. We have to tap into that energetic vibration. We have to release the resistance around allowing that abundance to flow to us. It's us that has to get out of the way. There's always this stream of abundance flowing to us. Infinite health, wealth, and prosperity. But we have to make the decision on what we're mentally going to accept in our life, what we're going to focus on, what we're going to give our attention to. And whatever we do, that's what we bring back into our life. So here's a story I want to share with you that I read the other day. It said a businessman overcame ill health, financial failure, and family difficulties by daily dwelling upon the prayer, "There is only one presence and one power in my life, and that is God. God is within me and is performing miracles in my mind, body, and affairs here and now." So he started proclaiming that every single day. At the time he began making this prayer statement, both him and his wife were very, very sick. They had spent much money on various treatments, but they still suffered. This man had gone from one job to another and had never found his true work. Their only child had been a problem. As this man began to affirm only God's goodness in his life, things began to improve. Nothing spectacular happened, but he could see that there was more good coming into his life, that he just felt the good. Things started to shift. This encouraged him and gave him courage to preserve and claiming God's blessings. The first thing that happened was his wife's health improved. Soon they were able to both give up the expensive drugs and health treatments that they had been prescribed to for years. As he continued affirming the good, he was also offered the kind of job he had long desired. The way opened later for him to buy this business, which he had been dreaming about. His business prospered in ways he could not even foresee. Their child matured and found work that challenged and satisfied him. He later married and settled down to a harmonious, successful way of life. This businessman continued to keep this prayer statement wherever he could see it, and wherever he went, he would say it daily. There is only one presence and power in my life, and that is God. God is within me and is performing miracles in my mind, body, and affairs here and now. That is very, very powerful, isn't it? Just by saying the prayer from a place of claiming it, of a place of believing it, a place of love, claiming that, his life started to improve. His wife's health got better, he found the job, and his son changed. That's pretty powerful. And that's why I really wanted to talk about the power of prayer, because sometimes we may get out of the habit of praying. Or like I said, we're praying for things that we don't want because we're praying out of fear. Oh my gosh, God, I hope this doesn't happen to me. Please, please, please protect me. Please help me. Please get me out of this situation. Please give me a solution. And it's from a fear, anxious energy. But praying in an energy of stillness, of peace, of quietness, of belief, of true belief that there is an infinite amount of health, wealth, abundance, and prosperity available to you. You know, so many times we see things that are flooding our minds on a daily basis of showing us the complete opposite, that things can get taken away from you, that bad things happen, and you better watch your back all the time. And we can live in that story if we choose to. We can adapt to other people's beliefs and fears, and we can tap into that vibration, and we can live in other people's stories of fear, or we can choose to say, no, I do not accept this. I do not accept that this is my way of living and this is my way of life. No, I do not accept this. I will not accept this. I am proclaiming right now for God's rich love to embrace myself, my family, my loved ones, my home. I am praying for a power of protection to come over me. You can also say, the peace and loving energy of this universe is poured out upon this situation now, producing perfect results. Claiming it, feeling it, believing it. I have to admit that I've gotten a little bit out of the habit of prayer. Yes, I meditate, visualize, do the Magic 5. I've really gotten into the habit with our family that we pray and bless our food before dinner. We say a prayer of gratitude for our day. We bless our food. I thank my amazing husband who makes our dinner every night. So awesome. I love his food. But, just to get into that power of prayer and to, have our kids see that it's a routine. And I really believe in blessing your food as well. But I have to admit, I got out of the habit a little bit of prayer lately when some things have been coming up and some shifts. I started to feel a little nervous and worried and what was going to happen and how is this going to change things? And it was like this divine intervention just came to me and reminded me about the power of prayer, the power of getting still, getting quiet, not getting sucked into the fear-based energy and not allowing that momentum train to go on and on and on, but to just stop. And instead of worrying, which is praying for things that you don't want, to stop, get still, get quiet, and say that prayer and claiming peace, pouring God's love over the situation, of declaring that, the perfect situation will appear now. I will know exactly what to do in this situation. God, I'm calling you into this situation. I'm calling you into my life. I'm praying for peace. I'm praying for love. I'm praying for you to bless others, praying for healing, but praying for it not in a way that you're scared or desperate, but praying for it and claiming it, believing it, speaking it. I'm praying right now that my body is full of health, that I am well, that I feel amazing, that I have energy, that I'm strong, that I am clear-headed, that I make the right decisions at the right time, that the right people are going to come into my life. The right opportunity is going to come into my life. If you have an unexpected bill or something coming up or you're in a fear about money, instead, just take a step back and say, no, I will not accept this. I will not tune into the fear that I'm not going to have enough money, that my money can be taken away from me. I am not going to accept that. I'm going to step into a place of trust, faith, belief. I'm going to proclaim right now God's rich love over this situation. And I'm going to speak abundance into my life. I'm going to give thanks for the money I do have. I'm going to give thanks for the money that's coming to me. And I am going to say a prayer. God, this situation has made me a little panicked, but I know that you're in control. And I'm going to trust and have faith that the perfect result will appear. I'm going to trust and have faith that the money will show up to get this bill paid. I'm going to trust and have faith that everything is working out for me. I'm going to trust and have faith that you are protecting me, that the universe always has my back, and that there's always a loving energy that I can tune into and tap into anytime I need to. I can surrender my fear. I can surrender my anxiousness. I can surrender my frustration, and I can tune into love. I can give this situation over to you, and I give you control. Because that's another thing, right? We don't really have control. We may think sometimes that we have control, but we really don't have control. And something else that I kind of came to me the other day is sometimes, we're fighting things. Things are changing, things are shifting, and we're fighting it. This isn't the way it should be. This isn't the way it should be. It should be this way. It should be this way. It should be this way. But we're fighting. And it takes so much energy and it can mentally drain you, make you exhausted, make you frustrated. But saying things like the situation maybe that I expected or I wanted, but I'm going to surrender my fear. I'm going to surrender my frustration. I'm going to surrender my anxiety over this. I'm going to give this to you, God. You are in control. I'm going to proclaim right now that the perfect results will appear. I'm going to pour your rich love over it, the loving energy of the universe over this situation. The perfect results will appear and there will be a solution. I'm going to surrender the fear and I'm going to lead with faith. I'm going to lead with love. I'm going to take it one step at a time, one moment at a time, one day at a time. I'm going to surrender anything that's weighing heavy on my chest over to you, God. I'm going to surrender that, and I'm going to have peace. Peace within my heart, peace within my mind, peace within my body. I'm going to let it go. I'm going to let go and trust. I'm going to meditate on the loving energy of the universe. I'm going to look for that love just flowing through the world, through me, through my loved ones. I'm just going to allow that love to embrace me. And I'm going to say no to anything that no longer serves me. Any energy, any worry, any panic, any anxiousness, I'm going to say no. I will not subscribe to that. I will not subscribe to that. And as you heard from the story that I read earlier about a man who changed his entire life, changed his wife's sickness, he found a job, and his son's life changed just from the power of prayer. You know what? I would love to encourage you to say this prayer with me all week. The next 7 days, just say it every day, at least once a day. If you say it more, it's going to activate more, right? But just say this prayer with me for 7 days and just journal. Write down what it has done for you in your life by just saying, no, I do not accept the fear-based story. I do not accept tuning into any story that's going to make me feel fearful, worried, anxious. And I'm going to say this prayer. The loving energy of the universe is poured out upon me now, and all is well. The loving energy of the universe is poured out upon me now, and all is well. If you're going to say that with me all week, I'd love for you to come over into my Manifest Fast Facebook group. Join me over there and let's talk. I'd love to see what's showing up in your life by choosing to step into more prayer from a place of faith and belief, by tuning out things that no longer serve you. I'd love to see what transpires in your life from tuning into that prayer with me. If you're going to say it with me, hop on over there. Let me know that you're saying it, and let's connect even more. And remember, friend, to dream big, follow your heart, and never give up on you, because you're worth it. Thank you for joining me today on the Mindset Chick podcast. I hope this show has you waking up every morning excited about the new manifestations you have created in your life. And if you would honor me with a 5-star review over in iTunes, I will happily enter your name in my Mindset Chick swag giveaway. Make sure you add your name to the review, and I will reach out to you if you're the winner. I really appreciate you spending your time with me. Be sure to visit me at mindsetchick.com for past episodes and more gifts that will help you to manifest your dreams into reality.